About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. Interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Boston Red Sox going up against the Atlanta Braves.
And now,
first pitch coming at you right after the break.
Your Atlanta Braves.
Just about to get started, and starting this one, Chris Sale. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Well, this guy lives and dies with his slider, and it's a good one. Most guys, they're working off of their fastball, but he's backwards a little bit, works off the slider, and then when the fastball comes, it can add a little velocity in terms of perception when guys are used to seeing that off-speed pitch. When it's right, really tough to hit, even if you guess it's coming, because it's breaking 2 planes, horizontal and vertical.
As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Alex Bregman stands in now and watches strike one. One out, base is empty. That one close, rule the ball. One and one.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
That just misses. 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike. Steer ride. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. Right through there for a strike. Sale, a former Gold Glove winner. He features a slider, a four-seamer, a changeup, and he works in a sinker. Outside. Bregman at first, one gone. And that one missing low.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Good eye right there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Now batting Tristan Casas. First pitch, not close.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
Two on, 1 out. Double play ball to second. The underhand flip. There's one, and that's 2.
Pitcher made the pitch, and his players made the play behind him. Nice job. 4-6-3 inning-ending double play.
Back at Truist Park. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Garrett Crochet. What do we need to know here?
Well, you're going to see good velocity between the four-seam fastball and the cutter. Better be ready to hit. It's going to be fairly straight, but just because it's straight doesn't mean it's easy to get the barrel on it.
Bottom of the first. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris the second. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0.
Ball too high.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second.
Solid
left
swing
fielder,
from start to
Jared
end. On time with
Smith.
everything. Really good
Profile.
balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Here's Profar down. Step off, throw to first. And he just got his hand in there. That one hammered, but pulled foul. Runner at first with no outs here. That one lifted to left. Duran moving under this one. One down.
Batting third.
Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup.
Austin
This is a veteran-led lineup
Riley.
right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Austin Riley in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Man at first, one away. Just missed.
Down.
On the ground to Devers. Bregman for one. What a double play that was. Inning over. End of the first from Truist Park. No score. Back here in Atlanta,
Leading off
second
for
inning
Boston,
set to go.
shortstop,
Here's Story
Trevor
now.
Story.
Sale back to work. And there's a foul ball. Sale ready. Hit on the ground to the right side. He steps on the bag. Leadoff man retired here in the
Batting
second.
sixth, the designated hitter, Masataka Yoshida.
Masataka Yoshida up next for the Red Sox. He's someone that really beats up on right-handed pitching. The lefties, however, give him a little bit more trouble. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Second inning here, no score. And that misses. And it's 1-1. Kenny Jansen doing home plate duties in this one.
Not a huge strike zone from Jansen, so he can't really be called a pitcher's umpire, but he does like the bottom part of the strike zone. We may see some pitchers steal a few strikes down there, especially the ones right below the knees. That's if their catcher can present it properly.
And that one in the air center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. Out number 2. 2 down, base is empty. So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu. Here's a high chopper. Olsen handles the chance. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And that is the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom half of inning number 2. And now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Matt Olson.
This is a guy that really has the ability to be more than just a slugger and a home run hitter, but to hit for average, to get on base, and to drive the ball out of the ballpark.
Late on that fastball.
So hard to touch. Being at the top of the zone, 99, 98, even 97. As pitchers do such a good job of teasing that part of the zone, just elevating a little bit. It looks good because you see it for a good while as a hitter. It looks juicy, and by the time you swing, it's almost in the catcher's mitt.
Got him. That's one out in the bottom of the second. Here's Marcell Ozuna. First pitch misses.
1-0.
And the lefty kicks, delivers.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And there's a ball.
2-1.
Fouled off down the right side. 2-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting six.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 outs, base is empty. And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Here's Sean Murphy.
Batting 7, catcher Sean Murphy.
And the sweeper is in for a strike.
0-1.
That misses, and that's ball 1. Two outs. That one missed.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. Braves strand 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter now, Connor Wong. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
You come into the game knowing that Unless the ball's in the dirt or gets by him, we're probably not going to steal anything today. So that's where you want to get a little more aggressive on your secondary lead and hope that some base hits, some slugs, some home runs can come into play. But I'll say this, as a former position player and base stealer, when you come into a game and you've got a guy like this behind the dish with a big arm, you really have to change your approach. Can't try to steal because you'll get thrown out. Maybe get a little bigger lead, be aggressive on the secondary, but this type of guy shuts the running game down.
Full count.
And Sale deals. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Batting right, center fielder.
So up next, Cedar Rafaela. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Rafaela, a rangy center fielder, hitting ninth in today's lineup. And he's a native of Curacao. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And there's 2 down.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. That one well upstairs. Ball 1.
Ball 2.
And that drops in for a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
That's in there. And the count now even up.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And that is downstairs. And the count's full. And that's ball 4. Tried another slider, but it missed the plate.
Didn't miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
Second baseman.
So
Alex
2 down.
Bregman.
Now it's Alex Bregman. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Here goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Save. Check on the runner, and he's back in easily. Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Way out front for strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
That one down the line, and it stays fair. Headed for the plate. He scores, and they have the lead.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. He reached out a walk his first time. That one's in there, 0-1. Two outs and 1 in scoring position.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
In the dirt. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Good job at damage control right there. Red Sox with an RBI double. It's now 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. At the plate, Jared Kelenic.
Jared Kelenic.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Just missed. Swing and a miss.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pitch up and down and have excellent command at both locations.
Up the middle, Story. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
Batting ninth, the shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
Here's Orlando Arcia. First pitch, just misses. And that one wrapped foul.
Ball. No, that's it.
Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. That's back. Makes the catch up against the wall.
Now batting, center fielder, Michael Harris.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. That's out to center field. Rafaela under this one. And makes the grab. That is the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth. And now here is Tristan Casas. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Here's Trevor Story. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
You know, these Red Sox doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense. You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line to left, and that's a fair ball. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Masataka Yoshida will hit next. And he takes one right on the black. Strike 1. Ball one there.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Line drive, base hit. Stop sign goes up at third, and the bases are loaded.
Up
Oh,
next
that'll
for
make
the
you
Red
feel
Sox,
good as a hitter
left
right
fielder,
there. Got a
Wilmer
fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. Now the bases loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Wilyer Abreu, the next to hit. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
No ball. One strike.
Next offering is outside.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you got to make.
Dives, but it's off his glove. Comes home with it for one. Two gone as they hit into their second double play in the first 4 innings.
Now batting, catcher, Connor Wong.
And stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Struck out looking his first time. Fly ball center field, Harris. And that's the third out. Boston strands a pair, but they still lead it 1-0. Back at Truist Park.
Leading
Now
off for
batting
the Braves,
Jerickson Profar.
Left fielder, Jerickson Profar.
Yeah, the first offering a fastball for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. And the batter now, Austin
batting,
Riley.
third
0 for 1
baseman,
so far.
Austin Riley.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
One down. Matt Olson digs in now. And that's outside. Tying run is at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yep.
And there's a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Now batting,
Marcell
the
Ozuna
designated hitter,
coming up to hit.
Ozuna.
There's a strike.
Felt impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at bat expands.
Foul ball there.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Here's the pitch to Ozuna. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Rafaela under it. He's there. He's got it. And that will end the inning. One left for Atlanta. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in Atlanta, and stepping in is the speedy Ceddanne Rafaela. Sale back to work. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. And that one pulled foul. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's down and in. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of his zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Brady textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And next for the Red Sox, Jarren Duran. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Inside, and a count 2-1. On the corner for a strike.
Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate.
And it remains 2-2.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Outside low, and that's ball 3. And it's ball 4. He missed down low. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Now
what a battle. It's not always easy laying off a
Bregman.
3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with 1 gone. Alex Bregman up next for the Red Sox. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. 2 down.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
And here is Devers. He is struck out, and he is walked. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1.
1 ball.
Duran, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now snap throw to first, and he's back in safely. Check swing called strike, and it's 1-1. On the ground, Albies got him on the off-balance throw. Out number 3. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Red Sox 1 and the Braves 0. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. And set to get us started. Bottom 5. Ozzie Albies. And that misses. And that is ball one. And
Ball
another
two.
ball. Pitch is in there. Now 2 balls and a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Just outside. Counts full, 3-2.
Now on this 3-ball count, down in the ball game, you've got to be very selective. Take your walk if they'll give it to you.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one
Now
down.
batting, catcher, Sean.
So here's Murphy now. Struck out swinging his first time. That one finds the zone. Strike one. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Man at first with one gone. And next for Atlanta, Jared Kelnick. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Gets him to chase after that one.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Orlando Arcia next up for the Braves. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Slice to right. Fair ball. Murphy around second on his way to third. And they hold him at third. 90 feet away with 2 out.
Everything came together for him. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
So the lineup flips over, and now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Tying run in scoring position, last half of inning number 5. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. On the ground to the left, down the line, and it's foul. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Squirts away a little bit, no advance, good job behind the dish. Foul ball left side, he'll see another. Swung on, belted. That one's back. the top of the wall. The run scores all the way from first. And a 2-1 ball game now.
No, he was a little off balance. He got the front foot down, but was so great at keeping the hands back and allowed him still to get good wood to this baseball. Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Garrett Crochet will depart, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Now pitching for
Now
Boston.
a right-handed arm out of the bullpen, Josh Winkowski.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
So a runner at third, 2 outs. Profar climbs in on that left side. To the right side. He'll do it himself, and that's terrific work out of the bullpen. 1 pitch to end the frame. But they pick up a pair here, both coming on this 2-run triple. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Top 6.
Leading
And now
off
the
for
first
Boston,
baseman,
first
Tristan
baseman,
Casas.
Tristan Casas.
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. He's under it. Brings it in. 1 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much.
Now
Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his
Story.
swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Here's Trevor Story now. 1 for 2. Now a pop-up on the infield. Albies. And a couple of quick outs.
Oh, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Yoshida at the plate now. That's ball 1. And that one is in for a strike at 95. And 1-1. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than to have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
The 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. Gets a piece and stays alive. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is filled up. About to see the 11th pitch of the at-bat here. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So they make short work of them there. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Red Sox 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. Austin Riley at the plate. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. And I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Liner, and this could be trouble. Around first, heading for two. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Matt Olson, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one ripped. That's a hit. Riley around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Winkowski, in his 3rd season, he throws a cutter, a sinker, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 4-seamer. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Tag. And they got him.
Well, I think that was a hit and run right there. When you look at how far that pitch was out of the zone and the hitter still trying to put wood on it, put it in play, that tells you that they had something going. But unfortunately, it was a good job of execution by the pitcher and the catcher to get that out of the zone and then throw out the runner at second base. Really nice job behind the dish.
2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Next offering misses down and away. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Now pitching for
Greg
Boston.
Weisser is forced to the
Number
mound after the
57.
injury. He's into the
Greg
game with the
Weisser.
bases empty. Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. Back-to-back singles. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here is Ozzy Albies up to hit. He's 0 for 1. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Grounder might be 2. Feed to second, that's 1, and that's 2.
Got him. That's an out.
But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Pierce Johnson.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So stepping in for Boston, Wilyer Abreu.
Wilyer Abreu.
A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one. Action in the pen down there. Aaron Bummer, the left-hander, is getting that big fastball of his ready to go. The 0-1. And a curve misses outside. Next pitch is outside. And there's a ball.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
The 3-1. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. And that's through there for a strike.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Tying run at the plate. And that's in the dirt.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get away from the catcher. But if you're anticipating based off the trajectory, get yourself into scoring position.
The tying run at the plate. Liner caught at second.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. That one finds the zone.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
That one off the mark, and the count 1-2.
1-2.
Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Well, you rarely ever see 3 curveballs in a row because that's one of those pitches that's most effective when you haven't seen it recently. You might see 3 sliders in a row, but right there, he was feeling that curveball and figured he could finish with that pitch.
Here comes the manager out of the Braves dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. Pierce Johnson out of the game. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching
Aaron Bummer taking over on the mound.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. Fastball for a strike at 95.
0-1.
With the tying run at the plate, here the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Up with it. Fires to first. Out. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. And the Red Sox lead one. And it remains a 3-1 ball game. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the seventh. Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Sean Murphy. And first offering is fouled off. And that's downstairs and outside. Swings through the sweeper.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed. Swing and a ball drilled center field. Rafaela sizes this one up, brings it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, right fielder.
Here's Jared Kelenic. First offering, and it just misses.
1-0.
Base is empty, one away. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Swing and a foul out of play. The 1-1. Fought off foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. On the ground, right side. Sends it to first, and they get the out.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it, got the ground ball.
The shortstop, Orlando.
Now in for the Braves,
Arcia.
Orlando Arcia. There's a strike. And that's outside. Two down, nobody on. Right through there for a strike.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
Ball 2.
And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing across here this half. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Red Sox 1. Back here in Atlanta, ready to begin the 8th. Now it's going to be Alex Bregman. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Next pitch is outside.